Hello everybody, this is Mr. Bowman. Today we're going to be looking at the ALEX topic, factoring a multivariate polynomial by grouping problem type 2. Alright, so this one's a little bit different, not too much, but a little bit. So what makes this one a little bit different is if I approach this one the same way we did problem type 1 and just look at my first set and my second set, there's no greatest common factor in my first set, which doesn't automatically present a problem. But in this case, it definitely does, because after I pull these out, it's not going to have something that works. So I'll just show you that really quickly to explain why it's different. So this one, I pull out basically a 1, because there's no other greatest common factor. Here, my greatest common factor is a y. So I'm going to pull out a y, which leaves me with negative 15 plus w. When I'm factoring by grouping, these two quantities have to match. There's no way I'm going to be able to make that happen. So I can't use these two groups. I have to rearrange things to make them work a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, instead of doing the first two and the last two, I'm going to rewrite it as 5y squared minus 15y minus, actually, we'll do plus yw minus 3w. Okay, and you'll see why in a second. And sometimes you do have to try these ones a couple times to see if you get the right order, but you'll get there eventually. Now I can separate based on my new groups after I rearrange them, and we'll see what happens. So here, instead of just a 1, which is what I was stuck with before, I have a 5 in common and a y, so I can pull both of those out. And I pulled out a 5 in one of the y's, so there's still 1 left in that first term. And then if I divide here, I end up with 3 as my first group. Here, my greatest common factor is just a single w. And then that leaves me with y and then minus 3. Now my two groups match, and I'm good to go. So I just pull them out as my greatest common factor. I use that and I use that. So now I'm left with 5y plus w. And that's as simplified as that one's going to go.